I've just slipped into the road, so I've almost got hit by a car as they keep on timing the car in that direction every time I reach that specific part of the road. They've been doing that since February this year, otherwise it's extremely rare. However, it was occurring very frequently between September and December last year. After that, a farmer makes a gunshot noise near me, and then a crow goes ha ha ha. Same occurs about 1 minute later, if that, and then the crow goes ha 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 again, followed by a crow saying that you're going to the fire of hell to burn forever and ever and ever. After that, I pass two people who get agitated and basically tell me that they're aged about 30, and they were saying the reason they upped the age gap is to stop perverts like that sick cunt who have already had sex to force him and other people like me to go with older munters, so that the younger people or the children can have sex with sexual girls, basically, or sexual women. So that's what's just been said, so I'm not very happy. About 7 minutes ago there were some gunshot noises that I mentioned on this recording. Well, a farmer's gone ha ha, shot dead Sven. My name's not Sven, but that's what was said. And then someone says, sick cunt, blind him with a laser. Ah! And then something else said, and then saying unsteady. So I've just reached the end of the road, and there's a Stone Pits Valentine, so I come back in the other direction, which is basically applying a grave, if you read the writing on the van. Basically, I came back to go up here. Obviously, I did a couple of phone calls, and as I was doing so, a couple of people walked past giving me a threat, mistaking me as Sven. After they made the threat, they did a ha 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 in this sort of way. Ha 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 ha. So that's a common type of sound that's being made when a ha 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 is being made when I'm being mistaken as Sven. There's been quite a few animal sounds as well. Bird tweets, crow ha ha's, dog barks, and other animals are making sounds to say that you're a child molester, being knife dead, being ripped to pieces, being smashed in, having your life taken, or just digging in a load of rubbish, claiming this and that on sexuality. Right, so I've managed to get past that road. It's taken in 4 minutes, taken into account as a country lane type road up Barwick near Yeovil, and they decided to set up 70 cars, choking me with a catalytic converter and getting every car constructed in a pattern to be black and blue, sick white or grey white, or in a sexual pattern of malicious suggestions. I've had someone in a grey car that wanted to get past. This is a very old bloke, in fact, probably about 70ish, something like that, and then he said something, I couldn't make out what it was, but it was definitely included "you're fucking sick." Then obviously straight after that, a grey car in my direction follows him that was in a grey car, and then two sick colour cars time before the 70 cars roughly in my direction after that. At the same time, they slammed ear-shattering loud bikes tied to erections in my ear, choking me out with a catalytic converter, and basically there was another setup which I've got to try and explain, which is very difficult to explain. Basically it is suggesting that where this girl has turned against me, or it hasn't gone into a sexual relationship back in 2020 area, that it's caused me to go into the religious side of things, of Christianity, and exploring that sort of stuff. But where I've done that, apparently through the suggestion setups, I've had my wrist sliced and I've cut my throat and landed myself in jeopardy with Jesus Christ putting me in the fire of hell after death. And then they sort of make a suggestion that they're laughing about it because they've cut my throat and they stopped me getting a sex partner to put me into this trap, which is true, they have, but they've won anyway because I'm not going to get anyone. So, and has already gone into the issue of religion. Anyway, just a little bit before this, I was texting a Jehovah's Witness because I've been seeing them. When I went there on Thursday to their meeting, just to say alright to a couple of people, one of the blokes, who's a young chap in his 20s, has a girlfriend there who's also in her 20s. She's a lady that works in the Elephant Moon, which is the New Age woman shop in Yeovil, where this chap who was doing the speaker thing for people to talk when they had the talking sessions in the Jehovah's Witness hall, basically came to me and basically said you're very sad and you need to be in jail, and said I was Sven when that's not my name. He didn't say it nicely, and then he did a specific smile that looks like the 6-year-old girl that has had a rapture dream on YouTube in April 2021. So then I reach here, and as I get up towards here, this is well after the phone call, they time basically ear-shattering loud bikes tying to an erection, and there's a few people throwing a load of shouting that is similar suggestion of content to make the suggestion that it could be possible threats mixed in with the shouting. Crow's been trying to tell me that I'm a child molester repeatedly, so I've done a few recordings, but they've every time I push record, just the voice sounds come to a sudden stop, and then as soon as I push stop again, they'll start up again, and it's being done in that specific pattern all the time. I try recording it, except for now where the crow sounds are starting to come randomly, but unfortunately the voice pattern of the sounds are not coming out as clear as what it was when I was trying to audio record it like just now. I'll leave it playing for a few seconds just in case there is anything. Right, I've just found these steps and I've just gone over towards the road, and basically the whole load of setups nailing me as sick. I'm fucking sick with black and blue, right, or telling me that I'm a sick cunt because I won't fancy an old granny. Well, we've got to take into account, as I mentioned many times before, that these sick bastards that are setting up all this force against me have had sex with people under the age of 40. So that makes them diseased, corrupt, sick, twisted bastards that are fucking paedophiles, child rapists, and dangerous fucking weirdos then if they've had sex with someone under the age of 40, if they're digging at me saying that I'm a sick cunt if I don't lose virginity over someone the age of 40 up. So let's start with that, shall we? They allow bike tying to an erection, and in this cornfield here, just as before I actually went over that the steps to go to the road, they timed a lookalike to someone who sexually abused me as a child walking through this cornfield. But it gets even better because the person that was walking past said, you want to get out my fucking way quick, Savannah, or I'll fucking smash you in. So it gets better and better, and this person's aged about 60, but rough and tough for his age, and got an accent of a younger person of aged about 45. Incidentally, not this part of the cornfield, but at the other end, right at the bottom, is where I saw those two people having sex the other day. So you had a 10 or 11 year old girl, which I mentioned, which had milky skin, smooth skin, and looked very similar to Gabby Borges, but a longer face and more posher looking in the face, but with the characteristics of friendly type of look rather than sinister type of look, with a very rough type person who was muscular build, that had dark eyebrows and rough face and hard looking, who was aged about 18 to 22, who was having sex with her basically. So this is the same cornfield as that, just wanted to mention it.